Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA. This is your Manchester United vs Real Sociedad match preview, in which will not, and I mean it will not, be an easy game. We could get battered, not battered like 5-6-0, but we could be out of the Europa League Cup already. And now, I'm just gonna start by saying is that I think we should take this competition very, very seriously, and especially playing Real Sociedad, boys. So, before we get into it, smash a like, subscribe if you're new, comment down below. But yeah, gentlemen, before you guys have your say, I'm just going to give you what I know about Real Sociedad. They are currently 5th in La Liga. We are playing them away, so away goals, big thing. In the last 5 games in the league, they've won 2, drawn 2, 1 loss. It's about 50-50, same could be said about us. Ex-players, Januzaj, play for them. And as well as Premier League legend David Silva. So, boys. And we have a history with La Liga teams smacking us. So, boys, let's get into it. How are you guys feeling? And how are you guys feeling in going towards this game?
United-wise, yeah, it's the same old over the past few weeks. Disappointing, underwhelming, and it just not too down because overall we're still in a good position, but yeah, it's just you would have hoped for more. I guess that's all I can say, and we just need to keep moving. What can we do? And game-wise, yeah, Real Sociedad. As some of you know, I'm also a Barca fan, so started the season they were huffing and puffing, and it looked like they might pull a miracle, but they run out of steam. At a point, they're top of the table, but now, they're back where they belong, really. But they're still a threat. They're still a decent team. They can still give us some trouble. I mean, if West give us trouble, they can definitely give us trouble. So it'll be a difficult game. It won't be an easy one, and I guess I'm excited. If you asked me a few months back, I would have said, I don't care, play under 21s or something and just take the piss. But to be honest now, yeah, we've been humbled. And I think
let's
we kind of
rephrase
do
that.
need to.
Let's rephrase. The Lord has been humbled. Okay.
I said 9 points. I'm still sticking with that. Let's not get things confused. But anyway, I think. And when I say I've been humbled, I mean from the point of view of not giving a shit about this competition at all, to thinking, okay, I'm being childish, and we kind of do need to win something. So, yeah, I think we need to take it serious because at the end of the day, it is a European trophy, and not many people can even say we won the Europa League. As much as one can say, but it's the Europa League, there are some teams who haven't won any European trophies, Man City. So, in that sense, I think we should still take it seriously. And yeah, I guess I'm excited.
All right, Clay.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this game, for sure. It's going to be a great showing from 2 really good teams right now. As much as Sociedad have slowed down, I do think they've had a much better season than last season. And they've just been very much improved this season. And as much as they did fall from the perch of being top of the Liga for a while, I don't think that should make them any less of a threat to us going forward right now. It's going to be a really intense game. And I think not even just Januzaj and David Silva, I think people like Oyarzabal and Isaac or Isak, or however you pronounce his name, are going to be real threats. Because they are really talented players that have really come into their own this season and have showed their worth. And it's just going to be a really tough game. And I'm not entirely sure if Ollie's going to be up to the task for this game, particularly. It's going to be tough. But I also do know that Ollie has a track record of turning up for big games. Because this isn't a semi-final. So, that's all I'm going to say. It's not a semi-final. I don't think we're going to choke it just yet. But it's going to be a good game.
This one is more important for me because it's the away game. Those away goals. Yeah, it can come back to bite you. Yeah. It can bite you, so we have to take advantage. And it's the first time I think United are going to be traveling for after a long while. We haven't been traveling for a lot, It's going to be quite a different situation, should I say?
Yeah.
It'll be with both teams. If I'm not mistaken, it's in Turan. We can't go to Spain. So
I think it's Germany. I don't know about Spain. I'll check quickly. So.
Yeah. I think it's Italy. In Juventus Stadium.
I'll check.
Yeah. And Yeah, I know there is home ground advantage, but then if there was even a little bit with it being at Sociedad Stadium, there's none of it now. It will be a different environment for both of us. So it's a good opportunity for us. And I just wonder how they're going to approach this game because I have a feeling Sociedad are not the type of team to play like a Premier League team, sit back and try counters. I don't think they're going to do that. They're going to try to take us on toe to toe, I think. And I think if they do that, we can terrorize them if we play to our strengths.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right about that as well. The stadium, I just double checked.
So it's at Juve Stadium.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Oh, okay. That's it. I didn't know that. But anyways, I want to talk to this about tactic. Often we don't really discuss tactics because United, we know what we're gonna get from United. Same old every week. Other Premier League teams, if they're a smaller team, park the bus, low block, and everything like that. But this one is a lot different because we know the Spanish and our Spanish teams operate. Clayton was telling me before this, they run the 4-3-3, best formation in the world. You know what I mean? That is the formation we should be playing. The proper, none of this nonsense. The proper old school 4-3-3. One holding, two.
Nothing wrong with the 4-2.
No. There's everything wrong with the 4-3-3. Look at this. Look at this nonsense.
It depends on how you play it.
It does the play. I'm just
Your
saying.
manager, Poch.
Ours is nonsense. Poch is one. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Ours is nonsense. I don't even know. Ours better be more like a back six than the rest. That's what ours is. Back six. So, tactically, boys, how is this gonna go down? Because first of all, would you play it like how we were playing when we were battering teams, but then being at risk at the back, or would you actually play like Ollie's go-to, sit deep and counter? Because for me, Real Sociedad is going to try out-tactic us, and I think Ollie will get out-tactic. It's just whether or not we can still get a result. So that's why I'm very worried about this game. Because I just don't know what to expect, and I don't know what Ollie's going to do. So yeah, I just don't know what'll happen.
I get the feeling that eventually Ole wants to move away from the park the bus and counter. So I do think if that is his mindset, he needs to play more open as much as he can. And I think games like this are that opportunity because as much as they are known for maybe playing the Spanish team, so they're not playing a possession style game and breaking down defenses, but I think we're not horrible at holding the ball and we're much better players than them. So I think if we go toe to toe and say we're the bigger team and match their intensity and just be as rounded as possible, I think we will beat them. I honestly do because I think we just have better players and they'll at the end of the day I think that'll decide it. But at the same time, if Ole could take the coward way out, I would like to call it, and sit back, play McFred, and just counter them with the pace. And that can work because if they're going to be going all out, so say that, they're going to leave a lot of spaces. And I think we could take advantage of that. So either way, I wouldn't be disappointed, but I would like to see us just stamp authority and just say, we're here to win this competition because we shouldn't be here and it'll just be a formality.
Yeah, I agree to an extent. I just think right now the home and away, just for the fact of the way goals right now, it means that we have to go at them from minute one more than they have to go at us right now. If they get a ball 0-0 away from home,
they have the advantage.
They could walk in with a massive advantage. They could just play us out of the park, hold possession, like Spanish teams are known for. They can sit a bit back, they can play slowly, they can try and limit as much of the ball that we get and try and make sure that we're not going to be effective on the counter. They could easily just play we want to counter United out because we know how good they are on the counter. We need to make sure we're very good defensively. We need to make sure that we don't give away the ball stupidly. We're going to play very direct passing football, very short passes, make sure it goes straight to your target, no question about it, nothing too fancy. And when we get the chance to go at those centre-backs, we're going to do it with a lot of pace from our front three and a lot of creativity. But until then, we're going to be very structured and ordered is what I think is going to happen from this game. I think it's going to be a very, very tough goal.
I hear you. I just don't think it's a very Spanish thing to do, Like they like to play their football and they'll back themselves to play us out the park. And I think if they do that, the counter can work. And there's the argument that if we just don't lose away from home and then come and play at home, more open football, that is maybe a better strategy because of the whole away goals thing.
Exactly. But yeah, I do agree that's not quite the Spanish thing to do, but I do think we could have a City-esque type performance where they want to just dominate the ball, dominate possession, try break you down very slowly and tactically, like a Spanish team would. I just think they're going to be very structured and ordered defensively, like a City now. And that's all I'm looking at going into this game. I think they're going to be very strong defensively, and it's going to take a lot for us to break them down, especially because they know how vital that away goal is right now.
Yeah. I mean,
I won't lie to you guys. I feel like this game's in our hands. And maybe that's me underestimating Real Sociedad, but I think if we just get our heads up, Ole picks the right squad, I think we definitely win this tie.
Yeah, we're 100% the better team here. We should be winning this game.
we have
9
better
out of 10
players. We
times.
have better players, yeah, 100%. And speaking of the players, let's talk about it. The team selection. What I think Oli could do, what we would do, and who is the right players. Because Moloto, you said it there. If Oli picks the right team. First question, my team on my left. Does that look like the right team?
Yeah, I think it's a coin flip for Cavani and Martial, but I feel like this should be enough. But then because he's in better form, not by much, but he's in better form than Martial, I would play him. And yeah, I do think he'll play McFred, but I would prefer Donny and Bailly.
Okay, so that'll be your only changes, is that? Well, what do you think Oli would do? Should I say Cavani for Martial? You'd see McFred and maybe Miglove.
Lindelof, yeah. I do think Lindelof will play, sadly.
No, it's too early to stress. It's too early to stress. This type of stress is not good for my health. I can't be thinking on Tuesday night when there's Champions League football that McLove is going to be playing on Thursday and we're going to get smacked from a La Liga team. Nah, it's too early for this. It's too early. I need to keep the hope that Bayer is going to play this game.
Yeah, I feel you, boy.
Claire?
So for me, if I'm looking at it from the tactical aspect, Martial makes it every single time in my head. I want his dribbling, I want his skillfulness. Spanish centre-backs aren't exactly known for their pace, and they're more physical, bulky. They're going to win the ball off of you, and they're going to assert themselves on the game. And I'd rather have a very tricky player who could get past one or two and create a gap, potentially, for this game, rather than have Cavani just make a darting run, you know. I'll see Martial turn 3 people and try to get it on goal, whereas Cavani is going to go for the through ball that we don't really play. So I like the Martial pick a lot, and if Ali does that, I do think that's going to be the right move. I hate that pivot. I think that's a shit pivot, because those are 2 box-to-box players, and Donny's going to make one of them, well, he's going to make one of them sit, whether it be Donny or Scott, and I don't like that idea, because if we're going to play 2 box-to-boxes, we've got to play with them overlapping Bruno, and Martial and Mason and Rashford, and they need to be getting into the box, but then our defense is hopeless. And then that ruins the entire aspect of playing the double pivot right now. So I don't see that happening. I think we'll probably, I hate to say it, see a Matic.
I was thinking about Matic as well, but I don't know.
Actually.
I don't know. I don't. It makes sense. It makes sense though. It makes sense.
I didn't take note to Scott and Donny, to be honest, and I think Clayton's right. I think Fred should play. I think as much as he's a bit shaky, defensively he's all right. Yeah, I think we could see that. We could see that.
If I see Fred and Donny, happy days.
Very happy days.
I think it'll be the most progressive midfield, and there's a chance because it's the Europa League. And honestly, I feel like if Martial plays, it might be on the left. As sad as that is, because if you look at the league games, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has made it clear that Cavani is number 1. Go back on all the league games, starting as striker.
That's frustrating.
Past few months or so. So, yeah. And Mason should be playing because he's the one.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that. Mason's in form. He should be playing.
Yeah, Mason has to. That's so.
Cavani's dropping Mason right now.
Yeah,
that's essentially what it is.
Other than that, the only thing I do feel iffy, I agree with you as well, is that pivot. That's the only thing I really do feel iffy about. Everything else, I think, is probably what you'll see.
I think Bailly should play. Shaw should play. Maguire should play. Aaron should play. Dino should play. I don't have any issue with any of that.
Yeah. I would like to see Telles, but not in this type of game.
Ollie's head is a different story.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Lindelof, Maguire, McFred, sit back, Cavani very isolated, trying to counter where we can, and I think
Well, the
if
whole
we're
game we
intense
should do
enough, I
that.
think we'll still win like that. But it'll be
Yeah.
a very frustrating game.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
Especially if we play like that and resort to it again, time and time
Thursday
again.
nights are gonna be long. Yeah,
If
they're
we
gonna
play him
be
with Fred
long.
every week, I am gonna lose my mind.
That's the thing, though. Let's break the team down, right? Let's break the team down. This team.
Yeah.
Dino, he has to play. Like Dino has to play every single Europa League game. I don't care even if it's the semi-final. Dino plays. This is his cup, you know.
Yeah.
And maybe this is his chance to show why he deserves to start over there, because he'll be getting these type of games a lot more. So nobody has a problem with Dino, right?
No.
Definitely, like he needs the game time. Where else is he gonna get it? And I think, besides the league, this is the most, I guess, is the most prestigious trophy we're in. So, yeah, I think you'll definitely play.
As for the backline, I think that's the right backline to go, especially because you need to take this trophy somewhat seriously, and especially because it's the away fixture. We have to be our best to win this game, you know,
Definitely.
because we have that. If we can get something here, we have the advantage over in the second leg game. So that's why I've chosen those guys. Bai, he rested. He just came back from injury. As soon as Bai is fit, you play him till he's dead. You play him till he's dead again. You know, as long as Bai is fit, you play him. I don't care. So that's why it's that, and I think that would help us, you know, because I think Bai against, you know, maybe not the most fast-paced players, Bai should have everything covered in theory. You know, he should have everything covered. So
Yeah.
the backline, no one has real problems with it, right?
I think very likely.
And then this lineup will tell us a lot about Ole's mindset right now, because it'll tell us where his priorities are.
Yeah.
I think
That's true as
if
well.
we see Lindelof, it's telling us that. If we see Lindelof like Fred, you know, the squad he plays most of the time, I think it'll tell us that he's
The thing
seriously
is, though,
worried and wants to take the Europa League seriously.
I was gonna say that.
And if we see Bai, I think it'll tell us that he's willing to experiment, and maybe to a certain extent, I guess we can say he backs some of his French players.
Yeah.
I definitely think he does back by, though. I don't think that's a big thing we have to question. I think he just wants to make sure he's fit. So I think he's playing this game almost certain. He'll play most of the games in Europa.
I don't know, to be honest. I feel like this guy's obsessed with Lindelof and Harry Maguire.
Yeah, definitely. But I think he does realize that Bai has a lot of strengths because he's played him a lot this season, admittedly. If he has played only like a handful of times, I would be, yeah. But it's mostly as he's been fit, he's been playing. So I do think he
True, but
trusts him.
I think those numbers are kind of skewed by the fact that there was a period where Lindelof was injured and Bai had to play.
Yeah, it
and I feel
definitely
like
overlaps.
if Lindelof wasn't injured, I don't think Bai would have played as many games.
Yeah, that's fair as well. But I do think right now Lindelof does have a reoccurring injury. I think he may be starting to feel it a little bit after there's such a poor performance. Won't be surprised if he comes out and goes, yeah, my back's really sore, it's been really stiff, I can't really do much, and then he's going to be forced to the body change more than maybe him wanting to.
Yeah.
Because that is a big issue, especially if he wants to keep them fit for the league. Because that is his preferred backline, as we know. But I don't think he dislikes Bailey. I don't think he's in a bad books like Twanzebe or anything like that. I do think he is a lot more favorited as, at the very least, second choice.
Yeah, I agree. So that's the defense. The midfield, Bruno plays because it's Bruno.
Yeah.
Who plays behind Bruno? That's always the question. Now, let me explain why I wrote this. Because he loves Scott. Scott is his favorite. And Scott is in the form of his life. So in my head, you can't drop Scott if you're Ollie. So you play Scott. Then, Fred has been bad for him. And I know Ollie does like Fred, but Fred has been bad. Matic, I can see Matic. You can make an argument for Matic. There is no Paul Pogba. So there is only literally Donny van de Beek. And I am hoping that, similar to like the centre back thing, that I'm not saying someone's going to be injured, but I'm just hoping there's something in the contract saying that if this type of scenario occurs, Donny has to play. So, Donny has to play. Out of everyone in this team, Donny has to play more than anyone. More than anyone that he picks, Donny has to play. If he does, Ollie, if you don't pick Donny, spoiler alert, match reaction on Thursday night, -6 already off the bat, -6 if Donny doesn't play. Start, not play, start. If Donny doesn't start, -6 off the bat, you know. So there you go. Now, boys, Explain to me what's going on, Bryce. What do you think is going to happen in this midfield? You really do think McFred, without a shadow of a doubt? And if McFred does play, do you think then Bruno will play because of the Donny going to number 10? That's it.
I'd be very confused if these two played. Like I'd be
I don't
very
think we've ever
confused.
seen these two.
To this point,
Yeah.
to this point, I've always thought, okay, Fred, we don't have any better. He's our number one CDM, and then Matic would be who's gonna sit here? Like I just feel like it'll be
No,
a step
Scott will
back.
sit. 100% Scott will
Very
sit.
confusing.
No, Donny's going to sit and Scott's going
No
to overlap.
chance. Scott will sit.
I think it might be like that. It might be like that. And like, I'm not gonna social. It'll just confirm that he's very confused because like you have two players in that position, two, and you rotate between them. It's not rocket science. And then these other two who are more box to box, you play them in the box to box role. So yeah, I just wouldn't know what's going on. And Donny, I think he has to play. Really, I think the Europa League is he's been talking about a rotation. He's been talking about making the most of the squad. If he then doesn't pick Donny here, then he's talking out of his ass because then this is the place to rotate.
Tommy already does
Honestly. and Bruno will play. I can bet my foot Bruno's going to play because we've won nothing without Bruno, so Bruno has to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Claire.
Aside of this, Bruno's playing. If he's not playing, we'll definitely see Donny though. That's the only upside. We'll definitely see Donny if Bruno's not playing. But I just want to see Fred and Donny. That's it. I just want to see Donny. I have
I
nothing
also
else to
wanna see
say.
Fred and
I
Donny.
think it's just it's Thursday's plays Scott and Donny. And I think Matic and Donny is very extra.
Exactly. That's why I know
unnecessary.
we've
Scott
never
is
seen it,
dropped.
boys. I know we've never seen
Yeah.
it, but it's such an Ollie thing to do. Is it
Yeah,
not?
I'm not
This
okay- I'm not
midfield
okay with it.
is the most Ollie midfield I've seen in my life. Bringing Donny
Did
out
we
of
see this on the
field.
weekend?
This?
But late in
well,
the game.
we didn't see it
Late
for
in
a
the game.
lot, but yeah, we did see
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Which actually it could, maybe
I don't-
he was just seeing like, let's see how they go.
I don't think it's something he'll ever start. That would just be weird. It
Yeah,
just wouldn't make
doubtful.
sense.
Yeah.
Very much.
I personally would never start this. I would play Fred and Donny. 100% I would play Fred and Donny. So it is what we'll have to see what
In this
happens.
game, of resting, I'd play Matic and Donny, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Matic, yeah, not bad. I wouldn't mind. Fred probably my first choice, and then Matic should probably be second choice. Then Donny. Then Scott.
I don't think Scott should play this game, in my opinion. As good as he's been, I don't think the pairings right now accommodate him. Because even when Fred's been playing, it looks like he's been playing reserved again, which is very frustrating to see. Because we know he's best on the outside box. He got a shot away and nearly scored us a winner, And we're playing him as a DM, which is just very stupid, especially in a situation where we want to be winning this game. I don't want to be
Personally,
seeing Scott
I'd prefer
ahead
them
of Donny.
switched.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean that?
yeah.
Yeah, you mean that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say no. I
Is-
prefer Fred to sit and Scott to go.
Yeah, definitely. I prefer the switch. I was just talking about this game for that particular lineup. I don't want to see Scott because I feel like his talents are wasted at the DM. And
Yeah.
we've said this time and time again. And every time he goes forward, he scores goal basically. So we just need to
And then we
send
don't
him.
want to see Donny sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to see Donny sitting. So yeah.
And Donny has to play, so Scott can't play if Donny's playing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They should share the same role. Donny should play ahead of Scott for this game. Though.
That makes sense. Is
Yeah.
Phil Jones back for this game?
I don't want to know. Don't even
Out of
answer
curiosity.
that question. I do not want to even consider that a possibility.
To be honest,
How would you guys feel if Ola played Phil Jones?
I'd take Phil Jones
I'll tell
over
Stevie.
McLove. I would take Phil Jones over McLove. I'll entertain it. I'll watch it. I'll see what it's like. And if you know what, if Phil Jones is better than these idiots, put him in the fucking team. Put him in the team. I've had enough.
Well, Phil Jones is the answer to our centre back problem.
I know, I'm gonna leave this call, James. I'm sorry. I'm out. This is not what I signed up for. Not again.
No, I'm just taking the piss.
All I'll say with Phil Jones is that if he's somehow turns Maguire into what by turns Maguire into fair enough play, but I doubt it. But anyways, yeah, that front three, boys, the holy trinity of front threes, the front three that gave us life last season, the front three that has not really been used at all the whole of this season. Let's talk about this front three, my favorite front three. Rashford on the left. Rashford always plays, so there's no doubt about Marcus Rashford. Martial for me has to play. He's Anthony Martial. He is our number 9. I still rate him. He needs game time at number 9. None of this switching everyone out of their best positions to accommodate nonsense head Cavani. Old Grandpa Cavani. Because we hope his head is going to get on the end of the ball. No. You play your best team. Your best team has Martial up at front. I don't like Cavani. I don't like it. If you used him a bit better, maybe I'd like it. But this is annoying. Putting Martial on the left, Rashford right, then Greenwood doesn't play at all, and then Greenwood this way, that way, then Cavani out. No. Use the front three properly. So Martial for me has to play. It's the Europa League. You can't tell me you just don't trust Martial. You cannot tell me the top goal scorer for us last season, you don't trust him all of a sudden. No such thing. No such thing. You play Martial. Then, right wing, you gotta play Mason Greenwood. Shout out Mason Greenwood. Also, you guys might have heard, he signed a brand new contract with Manchester United today.
Jeez.
Till 2025. So he's here to stay, Mason Greenwood.
1-year extension.
There's always that. Also.
So you can force him until 26.
We will force him
Let's go.
to 26 years. So Mason Greenwood is also here to stay as well. Fantastic news. That's fantastic news. So, and Greenwood has been our best informed striker. He's in better form than Rashford, better form than Cavani, better form than Martial. He has to play. So there's that. And then I'm just going to bring one more thing, which you guys can touch on after I'm done. Amad Diallo has to be on the bench. He has to be on the bench as well. And that is where I leave the team. You just, wrap it up. Ship. Done. I leave it there. Drop mic. Take it away, please.
Yeah, no, I just think Ola needs to find a little bit more consistency with this front three. And for me, the only chopping and changes to be happening is between Martial and Cavani, to be honest. I think Rashford should always start on the left because that's his best position. And I honestly think Dan James should be coming off the bench for him. I really do. I think Greenwood is not a right wing, but he's the best we've got, So we have to make use of that. And I think Diallo should be coming on for him more often. And then it's then down to Cavani or Martial to the middle. And I don't think we should ever be playing Martial on the left. When he does play, it should be off the bench, striker, or starting. And at the moment, I'm sorry, Shin, I think it should be Cavani. Because Cavani, as much as he gets isolated from time to time, he gets goals, and Martial is in worse form than Cavani right now. So, yeah, for me, it's Rashford, Cavani, and Mason.
This Cavani gets goal.
Don't worry, I'm on the Martial ship with you, it's fine. I really do think he needs this game right now. Cavani has been poor. He's barely had a shot on target in the last few games that he's been playing. I think they're in equally bad form right now. I don't care that he has more goals overall right now. I genuinely think recent form, both of them have been shit. It's as simple as that right now. And like I said at the beginning of this, I want a very skillful dribbler up top today. I want someone who's going to take the man on, who's going to win 9 out of 10 times, and who's going to help the other forwards thrive. And that's what I feel Martial offers over Cavani. Cavani's movement is fantastic, but when he's barely touching the ball, our whole front three feels isolated, versus when Martial is actually involved and actually trying to make things happen. It's a massive difference.
See this, guys.
I get you.
Everyone plays
I get
FIFA.
you.
You see the chemistry. It's beautiful. It's beautiful chemistry. When you put
Numbers
Cavani
are
in
dumb.
it, you see red lines everywhere. You just fucking see red
With the
lines
chemistry alone, they've been playing together for a year. They understand each other a lot better than
There's just
Cavani
better
would
chemistry. Even as
understand
good as
Rashford
Cavani
The
can
thing is,
be,
I
there's
get
no
you.
chemistry in
I
the
get
front three when Cavani plays. There's zero chemistry.
I get you.
Yeah.
And I agree with a lot of what you're saying. And I agree with that you want a more skillful, quick dribbler up front. I get all of that. But I just feel like Martial is in a rut. You could say Cavani is. But I think, for me, for Martial's one is slightly worse. Because, personally, if Cavani gets the ball to his feet, I trust him way more to put it in the back of the net, honestly.
Recently, I don't trust him at all.
Recently, the man has been kicking fresh air. That's what he's been kicking.
Yeah,
He's been
I
kicking
don't.
fresh
That's the only
air.
reason I agree with
And
that.
every fucking week, I'm sitting on my TV thinking, if that was fucking Martial, it's going in the back of the net. But he never, ever,
I don't know.
ever gets tap-ins. ever. You know why? Because Martial works for the whole fucking team. That's why.
Personally,
He
I
works
feel
for
like-
the whole team.
I feel like we need to play Cavani as much as we can, not every game because of his age, as much as we can, and just work on harnessing his skill and playing to his advantages, and that's the direction we should be going at.
But we never do that as United right now. I don't feel like our coaching staff is smart enough to realize we have advantages and disadvantages to having a certain player play. Because we'll just see us bang our head against the wall, change positions left, right, and center until something just works, and then we'll keep at it for a while until it just fails.
I agree with
So, as much as I agree with you, I do think we could get a fantastic strike out of Cavani. I think he could score 20 goals this season if we used his ability correctly. I just don't think we can do it right now. That's the worst part. I just don't think we can do it. I really do.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I definitely know that Ole is that tactically inept, but at times it just seems like he's just shuffling them around and waiting for a magic spot. It does kind of seem like that. So, I do agree.
There's your solution, boys, and they're all at the club, so there's no
I
excuse.
love that idea so much. But
There's your solution. No, none of this Cavani. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. No Cavani versus Martial bullshit. There's your solution.
I want to be
Easy.
Mason
And can
so
Oli do this?
bad.
It's not like Oli can't do this. He can 100% do this. Have fun. I'll tell you what, boys. If I ever see that in my life, I'm taking the show shirtless. I'm taking the show shirtless. That is beautiful.
Okay, so when and where did Cavani and Mason and Martial play in this scenario? Let's say these two are starting.
Actually,
when did the other
ultimately,
two play?
Cavani
See-
just played a game. I would rest him first off.
That's
no
the
matter
thing, yeah.
what.
That's also the reason why I can't put Cavani this week, because the rest.
Okay, so are we saying
Alone.
Are we saying Mason starts to the middle?
That would be
I
lovely.
was saying Mason starts to the middle. Cavani comes off the bench for him. Where does Martial play? On the left.
Nope, either way. If you choose one of them,
He doesn't play at all.
Doesn't
Martial
play at
should
all.
come on
One
for
of our
instead of
strikers
Cavani.
mustn't
Cavani
play.
should come on.
One of our strikers mustn't play.
If someone's coming on,
I hear
it's
you.
Martial. It's
Yeah, but-
on. Seriously.
I hear you. But then I feel like with Mason, there will be questions. Is he ready? I do think he's ready. Diallo, there will be even bigger questions because he hasn't been played.
Yeah, that was a
And-
big question mark, sadly.
And you want to put Martial, who's very difficult about not being played in his position, about losing his number. Remember the whole debacle. You want to put him on the bench,
No,
not play
this is for
him.
this game.
And
If
the
it was
game
me,
number 7.
I'm playing Martial. I'm just saying, if Oli wants to avoid the whole debate completely, he can do this. It's not like it's out of his hands.
Yeah, it's definitely a potential.
Every United fan would love this. Every United fan would love to see this.
Personally, I feel like
No old man Cavani who kicks fresh air, and no, I don't run around Martial. That's it. That's it.
I think the biggest problem with this is that I do kind of think Mason is ready to play striker, but the problem's on the right wing. Is Diallo ready? And if not, who's going to play there?
I tell you what,
Yeah.
Diallo has probably played more Champions League football than this whole bloody United squad combined.
Low.
I tell you what, Chris.
Unorthodox. If you really want to change things, you could play Donny on the right, Mason to the middle, Rashford on the left.
we
I
all
also
know,
see
we all know.
priorities very evident if that squad's out there. That's another big thing. Because then you know he's prioritizing the league over everything.
Yeah,
we
if
see
you put that,
Diallo and Mason. 100%.
There's no chance
I'll
we've
be
seen this, by the way. By the way,
Yeah,
I'm just
fair
saying, there's no chance we've seen this. I'm willing to bet my life on that. That we will not see the starting 11. I'm willing to bet my life on it. You know,
And the
there's
line of
no
South
ways.
Journey, it's Dino in goal. It's Shaw, Maguire, Murray with Aaron.
If I
Oh,
see it,
no.
boys, I'm
And
going
Scots.
down. I'm
And
going
Ryan.
down. So you can see this whole pop in my floor, and I'm like, okay, my time has come. See you later, boys. To the show without me.
Maybe we should just play 4-4-2 and play Route 1 once.
But that's the whole thing. I told you, if I was manager, my team would probably be a diamond by now. It probably would be a diamond by now.
So 4-4-2, like the stock standard old school
Aye,
4-4-2,
yeah,
or
okay.
the
Well,
4-1-2 and 3
Burnley
type
for-
back, you know?
Burnley
Apparently-
4-4-2.
Oh, it's an old school, just proper route 1.
In that case with a variation, you can play
Bruno
Mason,
striker,
Rashford, you can play
Bruno
second
gets
top goal
the
scorer in the
striker.
league. So.
Exactly. Bruno next to Martial.
Just on the
Rodriguez.
side note.
Let's go, boys. Go.
Just on a side note, like Bruno's probably going to get 20 goals in the league from midfield. That's freaking insane.
Actually, Let me get you something, boys. Let me get you something.
Oh, you want to do that quick?
Yes, I want to do that
Yeah.
quick. Oh, it just
Gem.
expired. Okay, I go find it. No worries, no worries. Wait, give me a second.
There's a
Give me
gem
1
of a stat.
second. There's a
And
gem
Bruno
of a
is just
stat. Here we go.
mad.
Here we go, boys. I was waiting for the stat for so long. Remember I told you if we somehow won the league, it's all because of Bruno Fernandes. Here we go, boys. Man United in the Premier League this season, if you exclude Bruno Fernandes' goals and assists, 24 games played, 6 games won, 9 drawn, 9 lost, 26 goals, 15th in the league. Without Bruno Fernandes. Giant curtain. We are a one-man team. One-man team.
Look, I never like the conversation because I feel like we tend to make it like it's all Bruno, and I think that's a lie. I do think we do rely on him a lot. We do rely on him a lot.
It's 90% Bruno.
No way in hell is it. No way in hell is it that it's just the players. Yes, we rely on our players more than a Liverpool would, than a City would, but to a certain extent, it is a certain amount of tactics as well. And I don't like that people do not recognize that. I find it so unfair.
I don't like that you're a Bruno hater. Imagine, I'm joking. No, people don't take that. Don't take that seriously. Yay. It's not they come kill Malotti. Yes, don't take that seriously. It's not a Bruno hate.
I love Bruno.
Yeah,
I just think, why do you buy top players, you know? Yes, we probably rely on them too much, but at the end of the day, you do need top players to get over the line.
Yeah. Well, boys, let's come to this part. It's been a while since I've done one of these in like a different scenario. You know, usually I'm there with the Premier League predictions when it comes to United. Now Europa League, you know, you don't know what Ollie's gonna do. You don't know what'll happen. So let's just say, based on the team that was on the whiteboard, basically, that around that team, you can say McLove if you want. You can say maybe the pivot. But yeah, let's just base it around that the team that was on the whiteboard. Boys, what we say? Who wants to go first? Who would like to volunteer to put their name in stone about this score prediction in this game?
I'll go first. I think we're gonna play Lindelof and Maguire. We're gonna play Fred. We're gonna play Bruno. We're gonna play Cavani. Defensively, we're going to be crap. Offensively, we're not going to gel. And they're going to beat us 2-1.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I meant.
That's rough.
See,
I'm not gonna
see
lie.
why you have to pick my team? See why I have to... And it's over.
So, I kind of agree to an extent. The scoreline, I see the scoreline, I'm just not sure which way it's going to go. That's the only issue in my head. I see a 2-1 coming out of this. I don't think any team's going to get clapped like really badly. It'll be a very close game, definitely, and it just depends who gets the winner. Because my guess would be Sociedad gets first goal, manage to break us down, then we have to open up to go attack them, and maybe we get one back. But if that's leaving us exposed, they could potentially make it 2-1. But there's also the other side of the coin. That's just we get the 2-1 and we manage to seal the victory with the away goals, which is literally the most ideal scenario. So weird enough, I'm just going to meet in the middle, and because I can't make a decision, I'm just going to go 1-1.
Yeah.
I consider saying 1-1, but I just feel like the team selection is a big part, especially the back of the midfield. I just feel like we won't be creative enough in the midfield and defensively because we don't play Bailly. It's going to be a problem. I think if we play Donny and Bailly, we might have win this comfortably.
That's what I was saying. Should we let's make 2 separate predictions, right? One with Bailly and Donny, and one without Bailly and Donny, right? So, let me just put mine. By the way, if Bailly and Donny don't play, boys, we're getting smacked 2-0. Can't even lie. That's without. We're getting smacked 2-0. But let's just say with Bailly and Donny. Okay, just say Alan. Well, with Bailly and Donny, I feel like we could win 2-1, to be honest. Oh, goodness, not 21. Jeez, my life. 2-1 win. Let's just put Bailly with Bailly. And Don. Yeah, Don. Can't even see that on the whiteboard, but yeah.
Bailly and Don.
Yeah.
He's the Don.
Yeah.
He's the Don.
And I agree. I think we'll even keep a clean sheet. I'm going to say 2-0 win with Bailly and Donny.
True.
living up by his ass.
Buys too much, dude.
He is too much. Yeah.
He's good, but yeah.
Yeah,
I do think he could help be the decisive
yeah, I know,
thing
I'm
in this-
violating you guys with that handwriting. Yeah, I'm violating.
Yeah, it's fine. We know what it is. It's okay.
But yeah,
BND.
with,
BND, go for it.
with Bai and Thornbury, what do you say?
So if more ideal team comes, I think we could win it. I think we could take the 2-1.
2-1, so you with me.
Yeah. I don't think we're keeping the clean sheet. I don't care if Bai is in it or Ramos is in it. I don't think we're keeping the clean sheet against them right now.
That's the same
it's
reason
gonna
I
take a
put.
proper
That's
miracle.
the same
Things
reason I
happen.
put 2-1 as well.
Yeah.
We just
I
can't
can't
keep
see
a
it.
clean sheet, so.
But I do think somebody will get the final edge with Donny balled to a ball and then it's an assist, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that would be the difference maker with an ideal team.
Exactly. Should we dare give
I'm
a
sorry to
prediction
say this, like,
without Bruno? I don't
I'm
think
an
so.
Oli advocate, as you know, but I feel like the differences in these predictions with Bayern Donny kind of says to me that Oli's a coward. I'm sorry to say that, because he just needs to play his most defensive team, and you're going to lose some games. That's part of football. You're not a complete team yet. You will lose some games, but you have to rely on the fact that these players are good, and 8 out of 10 times they'll do it for you. And that's what all top managers do. When Klopp first came to this team, the ship gang goals, but then they'll still make top four because at the end of the day, they'll win enough games. Pep first season still made top four. So I feel like that's something Ole needs to. He needs to get over this. I need to protect my team. We need to do everything and worry about the other team.
The thing
just
is,
so he can
yeah,
win.
the thing is, even if he just plays Bai, he doesn't have to protect it anymore. You don't have to protect it. Bai's got you. He's got you. Don't worry, he's got you. I never stress. If the ball's going over the top, I'm like, you know what? It's okay. That's why the one game, the Watford game in the FA Cup where Bai and Twanzebe played, no stress in the world. You
thing
do
is-
whatever the fuck you want. Ain't scoring goals. You ain't scoring goals against them.
He'll play Bayern, but then still play Fred in front of him. And I just feel like, why would you do that? Because we have a little bit more protection of Bayern. Just let the front players express themselves. And it's not like Donny's not going to defend. He will respect his defensive responsibilities.
Definitely.
And, you know, that's just being a top team. That's how you have to play.
Yeah. So basically what we're saying is that Oli really is dumb. And Malota just likes him because he's Oli. That's why.
No. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that this guy has shown enough progress to complete this project. And my hope is that through completing this project, he'll learn on the job.
Okay. Fair. Boys, is there anything else you guys want to say? You know?
No. I think we got it all today. It was good.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's your match preview to Real Sociedad on Thursday nights. You know, we're going to end it off with Clayton singing us the Europa League anthem. But go ahead, hit it for us. There you go.
Oh, gosh.
Let's hope we don't get used to it. But yeah, we'll just have to see what happens on Thursday. If you are new, subscribe, smash a like, comment down below your score prediction, your predicted teams, all that. And we will check you on Thursday night, Europa League football. Yes, we are there. We are back. We are back where we belong. So yeah, we'll check you there, boys.